So, do you like matte nails? But is your matte top coat those your colors? Or do you just think that matte top coat only used to matte nails? Do you know that it also can use to design? So today we are going to explore everything we know about matted top coat. So today I will talk to you about matted top coat and its ability. Let's talk about its look first. So this is some of the nail that I put matted on. And as you can see here, matted is allow you to see full color spectrum, which means it's not dull like some of the matte out there. Its coat is actually crystal clear. It just turned the color completely matte, but allow you to see vivid colors. And it's also have a dry inhibition layer when being flash clear, which is perfect to apply pigment. And this is the best matte when it comes to velvet finish, you guys. I'll show you. It's literally take like 3 seconds for it to turn matte like immediately. Go ahead and apply it on. All smooth in consistency. Now I'm gonna lay it down here, non-sticky. All right, ready to count with me. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Perfect matte surface. But of course, you couldn't just keep for 3 seconds. You gotta keep for 60 seconds. But look at how fast it reacts to the light though. Let me zoom in. This is 3 seconds here. See that? Now, let's keep for a few more seconds. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Just want to make sure that it's completely clear at every single angle. Look at that. Completely velvet to the touch. Now, I draw in a white line here, and I will take shaded top coat, and I will apply as close to it as possible. And I want you to see that after a little bit, it will shrink, meaning that it will start pulling away from the white line. Okay, I want to see this phenomenon. Okay, you can see right here. Do you see that? Where it's kind of shrink away. See that? It starts shrinking away, pull it away from the white line. And I want you to be aware of this phenomenon because the surface of matted, when you draw on it, just because it is super velvet to the touch, it needs to be wiped. So what I'm gonna take out is some acetone or alcohol of your choice. I'm gonna wipe the surface. And when you wipe the surface with a solvent like this, it's remove the static of the surface so it don't cause gel to shrink because the surface is super velvet. That is how you deal with a velvet top coat if you choose to design on it, because this is used for top coat, but being a special effect artist, sometimes you actually design on top coat. I'm gonna paint on it again, just in case if you want like a matte now, but you also want like a shiny tip, then in that case, if you choose certain matte, not all matte will cause gel to shrink. Some matte gel doesn't shrink on it, but then again, the surface is not velvet. And this matte, the surface is super velvet. Velvet means that it's just so soft, you can even feel it. It's just very, very soft. And the color is very vivid. That's what this velvet means. It's completely lack of shine, but still beautiful in colors. And you have to know how to deal with it if your gel were to be shrinking on the surface. So that is how top coat react on top of a velvet surface. And you just wipe it with acetone or alcohol. So that is how you draw on top of matted. Now, another ability that matted have is the ability to work with pigments, but when to use it. Like I have my pigment base right here. It is an amazing white gel that have a super dry inhibition layer, not no wipe. It have an inhibition layer, but it's super dry that is perfect for pigment to stick on smoothly and evenly. Then I develop a one stroke liner, which is not a polish, but it is a gel paint for you to paint line and color block. It's also stick to pigment so well. So when to use matted? If I already have all the wonderful pigment material right here, well, they are all have colors and matted right here are clear. So what happened if I have a nail that already have color, it's already designed, everything, and I say, well, let's apply some pigment on here. Let's apply some pink color on here. So I couldn't apply this that is already have color. I'm gonna cover everything. That is when you apply matted, because it will allow you to see the background, because matted is crystal clear. So you see everything, but you be able to apply on color. So let's go ahead and apply one coat of this. Cure for 60 seconds. Now, while it's curing, I am gonna take this and apply, this is the second now, and apply matte again, but this time I am not going to cure it for 60 seconds. I am going to flash cure it. So I say 5 seconds. Remember, it's turned matte very fast. So it depends on the lamp that you have, but as long as it is turned matte and becomes solid, you can start taking it out. And to me, that is 5 to 10 seconds. Let me put it on a cute little heart right here. Okay, ready? Here's come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's a little more. 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now I'll take our paper towels. I'll take out some pink pigment. I'm gonna dip it in, and I am gonna work it in, lock into the brush, just like that. And then you knock out the pigment. That's why you have to lock it in first, so you don't knock up everything. Okay, now you knock up all the excess dust. I am going to put this on. First, I roll it in circular motion, just like that. Pick up a little more. Okay, now when you're ready, go ahead and feather it. Okay, just to blend it. And if you're heavy-handed, then you wanna feather on the paper towel first until it seems to be light enough. Then you move that onto the nail, so it's not risky for your nail surface. And look at how beautiful and smooth. Look at that. Now I'm gonna do the same thing on the nail that I just cured for 60 seconds, and I want you to see the difference. Okay, I'm doing the same things. Okay. So when it comes to the colors, I think that when it flash cure for 5 to 10 seconds, the color is vivid, rather than this, which is a little bit lighter. We can add another color on. Try yellow. Knock up excess dust. And the color is still pretty on the nail that I cured for 60 seconds. But if you really focus on color and you want it to be really intense, then you might want to cure it for 5 to 10 seconds. I give you many options just in case. If you're the type that really want vivid colors, then you can just flash cure it and it right on the bottle. But if you accidentally forget about it and you forget your client hand in the machine and you accidentally cure for 60 seconds, don't panic. It's not the end of the world. It still work. It's just that this is when it's already done curing. It's finished curing already. It's hardened. It's still able to take pigment. But this is only cured for about 6 or 7 seconds. So it's cured immaturely. And that's why the pigment is sticking on better and it's more vivid. But because matted allow you to cure really quick, because when a gel that you put in and it's gonna take like 20 seconds for it to start to become matte, then that gel is still wet, and when you take it out for 5-10 seconds, when you apply pigment, it's gonna be muddy and cakey for you, where this in a short amount of time is surface you can touch it, so it's dry enough. And on a mat that takes too long to dry, after 20 seconds when it starts to turn matte, at that point it's already solid. So it doesn't pick up the color as well as matted does. So matted is a master in pigment, because now you already have the design in the background. You have the color on top too. It's amazing. Let's add another colors. Ooh, let's add green. Okay, let's take green out. Again, lock it in, lock it in. You always have to lock it in. And then after you lock it into your brush, then you can knock off the excess and the color is still there. But now it don't kick all over the place like this. Do you see right here? Do you see all the dust and debris? That will happen to your nails if you don't knock off excess dust. It's gonna be so messy. This is a finger that I cure for 60 seconds. See? Still amazing with pigment. And this finger I cure for 5, 6, or 7 seconds. As I say, every machine is different. You want to start out with 5 seconds, but if your machine is weak and the gel still a little wet and your pigment will be a little cakey, you know. And at that point, you might want to cure for 10 seconds. And just remember, the longer you cure in the lamp, then the lighter the pigment will get due to its being close to finish. But this matted top coat are curing so fast. Look at amazing colors. I'll show you the difference. See, not too bad. This one is beautiful in my eye though, because the color is more vivid. This one works too, especially if you like pastel. And I want to show you this too, just for giggle, just why we added. This is a rainbow pressed pigment, and this is my favorite color. It's aqua. I just want to show you this color just because I'm so proud of it. Rainbow pressed pigments, apply on. Now rainbow pressed pigment, if you kick dirt on the nail, it's okay. You can knock it off, but just a little bit, because what rainbow pressed pigment is pastel. So it's for people with like rough hand, because you can be really rough with it and it'll be fine. So that rainbow pressed pigment, I'm gonna get a little more aqua. It's less sensitive to the surface, not like my neon pigment. My neon pigment are amazing and it stick onto the surface so well, but this one is stick on less to the surface. So people that are not working well with pigment love this, because they can be a little heavy-handed and it's safe for them. Now remember that you cure this for 60 seconds, but you only cure this for 5 or 6 seconds. So right now you have to continue the cure. So you're gonna cure that for 60 seconds. I'm gonna clean up my brush. Okay. And I want to show you something. So I'm gonna take this aqua pigment and apply again. Okay. Circular motion. Now, you start to see that vivid blue colors? Just a second. Keep going in circular motion here. Okay. Now, when the time comes, you don't want too much pigment. Okay. Now, this vivid blue colors I want you to look back at the flower nail that I did. Okay. Do you see that the blue is not as blue? It's like green. So even if I cover it up, it's a little greenish. And this nail that I already done curing is even greener. Do you know why? It's because when I first working with the green, okay, when I clean it up, I didn't clean up enough. So when I pick up this aqua, the green are mixing in with the aqua and then make a different color. It's made like a turquoise. So I want you to pay attention to my cleaning process. Okay, I'm using a dry paper towel, and what I do is I'm just brushing it on until it's drained my color completely. Because this brush is working best when it dries. So I don't really dip it into anything, but I just really dry it and drain it out with a paper towel. Now, if you want, if you're working with colors that are dark, like black color, and then you end up taking yellow, you don't want the black to contaminate with the yellow. So yes, you can put it into acetone to cleanse it, but then it's wet and you don't get to use this brush until a minute. So I want you to dry, and then after it's completely dry, it's gonna be a little solid. And it's solid and stiff because the pigment in it is mixed with liquid, like dough mixing with water, so it's become hardened. And you just take your finger and break it a little bit like that, and the bristle will get back to normal. Okay, so that is how you clean with acetone. But if you choose as round, I recommend you to have two pigment brushes so you can switch in between. Just because we're talking about pigment, I just want you to give you a quickie on pigments. So it's not just a top coat, it's a special effect top coat. And I personally need it as part of my special effect collection because I work with a lot of pigments. And overall, it's an amazing top coat in general. If you're in need of it, it's available at my shop, www.tinovo.shop, and help me share this with your friend, my product, and my lesson. And until next time.